When you get yourself a motherfucking man that want to do for you, that wants to help you, that wants to add value to you, don't you dare fix your mouth to say, no, I got it. I can do it all by myself. He know you can do it all by yourself, but you shouldn't have to. You shouldn't want to. And you have to be wary of the man who will let you do everything by yourself. Be wary. Matter of fact, run. Don't even look his way. Don't even entertain him. Don't even sniff his ass. Don't sniff him. Don't look. Don't touch. Don't taste. Don't be curious. Because if you get with a man who loves hyper independent women, he will sit there and watch you be independent even at your weakest point. Even at your weakest point. You don't want that for life. You don't want that for your children. You don't want that for yourself. Baby, hyper independence is a trauma response.
That's not a good response. What she's saying is, if you have a man that's just gonna let you be independent, he's not good for you. I'm sorry, but that's where the confusion's at, ladies. Ladies, if the ladies are watching now, a man wants to help you. A man wants to love you. A man wants to impress you. A man wants to sweep you off your feet. A man wants to put a smile on your face. A man wants to show you that he's a man. When you become combative, that kills a man's spirit. It makes him feel less of a man. It makes him feel like he's not worthy. And it happens immediately. It doesn't happen over time. A man doesn't want a woman saying, I don't need you, I don't need you, I don't need you. And then the man said, I'm going to help you anyway. I'm going to help you anyway. I'm going to help you anyway. And then she said, I don't need you, I don't need you, I don't need you. And you still want him to say, I'm going to help you anyway. I'm going to help you anyway. It doesn't work that way. Like I said before, it isn't what you say, it's how you say it. When black women say they don't need a man, they don't say it nicely. You say it like, nigga, leave me the fuck alone. You ain't shit, blah, blah, blah. That's how men perceive it. They perceive it like you're pushing them away. And she's trying to make it sound like, hey, if you're independent and he just lets you be independent, he's not good. Why do a man want to go against the grain? That's the problem. Why are you telling men you don't need them and you don't want them, and then you saying they ain't shit for not helping you? Do you understand how black men have gotten to where they are yet? And when it comes to black women, I'm not talking about all y'all, but the ones that I'm talking about, you know what I'm saying. Y'all got to stop the I don't need a man crap. He only wants to love you because he got it from his mom. A black man goes his whole life loving his mom, doing for his mom, being a son husband to his mom. That's the only way he knows how to treat a woman. So when he go to help you and you're saying, I don't need you, I don't want you around, I don't want to be there, he doesn't understand that. It hurts him because he's went his whole life being that for his mother. That's what black women have to understand, is that you and the black man are raised completely different. A black man is raised to worship the black woman, to help the black woman, to want to love and nurture the black woman. But in the same breath, the black woman teaches the daughter, you don't need a man. All these niggas will fuck you up. They'll do this to you. Make sure you design your life to not needing a man. The core of the black woman is the biggest disease because you raise both children differently. You raise the black man to worship you because to be the man that you're not married to. That's the problem. And then when they get of age and you're starting to realize, like, my children are just my children, they grown, they can make their own decisions. Now you want to go out and get a stepdad. Now you're ready for somebody to walk inside of your life and make you feel good after you brainwashed your children. So they don't even respect the stepdad that's coming in to be help. And most black dudes don't mind being a stepdad because the children remind him when he was younger and there was no father there and he wanted somebody to take care of him. This is why black men are attracted to single mothers. They understand the children. They know what it's like watching mommy cry, watching mommy struggle, watching mommy go through it. So when black men see black women going through it, a black man wants to help that black woman. He wants to make her feel good because it's all he knows. Black mothers have to start training the black men the same way that you train the black woman. You train the black woman to be self-sufficient, to not need a man, to not want a man, to outdo a man. You need to be able to train the black man too, to being a warrior, being a provider, being a businessman, and not relying on needing a woman. A lot of black dudes feel like they need a woman in their life because they've been such a son husband to their mother for so long. It's all they know. They can't break that train of thinking. If the black woman was to raise her son and tell her son, you're going to grow up and be a businessman. You're going to grow up and be the richest man in the world. You don't need a woman. Let the women come to you. Let the women do this. Your black men will grow up differently. They'll grow up with that mindset that I need to be a warrior. Because ultimately, that's what you're telling the black daughters. You're telling your black daughters you don't need a man. So they get to the age where they're like, shit, nigga, I don't need you. My mom been telling me that my whole life. But then the black man is saying, I just want to love you because that's what I've been doing for my mom the whole life. Mom's been reminding me, my birthday coming up, you know what I want? Christmas coming up, you know what I want? Oh, next holiday coming up, Mother's Day coming up, let me tell you what I want. See, a black man is programmed to being the perfect husband because he's a son husband to his mom. The black woman eventually becomes a competitor with her own mother through the teachings of her mother. That's the biggest problem in the black community. You're teaching your daughters to compete with their brothers, their sons, their uncles. They don't respect the black man until he bows down to you. Why? But you want a warrior. It's hard for a black man to be a warrior when his mother's programmed him to be a servant. It's conditioning of the brain. It starts with the black woman. The knowledge comes from the black woman that gets pushed into the black man. What you see in black men is what black women have programmed. That's what you got to realize. If black mothers start saying, hey, you need to be you need to be a warrior, you need to be a business owner, you got to be strong, man. Black women will start respecting them. But as long as you just keep telling black men to worship you because you feeling low as a mother, he gonna take it into the next relationship. And he's just gonna continue the cycle of trying to please narcissist women and get nothing from it. That's the biggest downfall whenever it comes to the black community, is a lack. It's going to be the lack of respect, the lack of attention, and due to the fact that both parties are pretty much stuck.
You know what? I think girls are just tired of men, the
Okay.
bullshit.
Right.
So it's just better to be, like, I was single for a very long time. Like, it's better to be by yourself. It's funner that way. You can sleep at night. You ain't got to worry about no nigga out here cheating on you. You ain't got to worry about if this happy or not. You ain't got to worry about cooking for no nigga. You ain't got to worry about none of that. When you single, it feels good. I was single for a very long time at peace. That's how I was able to get so much done. This really like one of my for real relationships. Like being in like tied in like this. This is like one of my real ones. I ain't never did this before.
Men and women are both getting sick of each other. And the reason why men and women are being both sick of each other is because both are overanalyzing the situation. Everybody would rather be happy alone than to stop and keep adjusting. See, the problem is people don't know how to build up a relationship. See, you don't know how to get with a woman where you and her keep it just, all right, we're going to be friends. Let's get to know each other and see how it's going to work out. It's mainly based off of sex. Someone says, oh, it's a gender war now. It's a gender war online because that's what sells. The ultimate goal is to slow down population and to get men and women from having sex and producing kids. That's the overall goal. It's not necessarily a gender war. And the reason why I say that is because I live in real life. I live in real time. There's a lot of guys out here that are getting a lot of women that don't care if they're here for the streets. Period. People are happy by themselves because it's too much of an emotional swing to try to adapt to someone who's under another manipulation. You have to realize the longer people sit online, the more manipulations you have, the more standards you're going to have, the more pickier you're going to be. So people have all these high standards, but they don't have enough people that fit their standards that like them back. You have to be alone. If you wake up every day and all your standards wanted you, you wouldn't complain about relationships. Women complain about men because all the options that they have inside of their chats or inside of their DMs are losers. So to them, it's like, oh, I hate men because I only attract losers. And then the guys are like, oh, I hate women because they just sleeping around. But it's like, all right, why are you attracted to losers? And why are you attracted to the girl that keeps sleeping around? We can't say all these girls are sleeping around and slutted up. I live in real time. It's certain girls you know you can smack that night. It's certain girls, when you have life experiences, you're able to see this in real time. You're able to see the good girl from the bad girl. When you're online, you only see the bad scenarios because the bad scenarios is more entertainment. Nobody wants the truth when the lie is more entertaining. The biggest lie that men and women are following are the fake scenarios that are set online to brainwash you into thinking the whole world's like that, and it's not. You go to the Middle East, you don't have a single guy in the Middle East. Most of those guys have wives. You go over into Jerusalem and Africa and all them places in Egypt, most of them guys have wives. You get over into Russia, most of them guys have wives. It's over here in the Western world where you're having a hard time because the women are more liberated and guys want a nun. It's like, oh, I want a nun in the liberated world, being that these girls are out here for the streets. I just don't want to be with none of them. All right, cool. But you still want to have sex, at least have sex. That's what I tell guys. Don't walk away from dating. Just get you like 5 or 6 girls that you can have sex with if they're so liberated. Right? They're so liberated, but you're afraid if you chase them, they're going to run away from you. You're afraid if you get in a relationship, they're going to cheat on you, but they're liberated. You're supposed to be clapping cheeks and leaving her alone anyway, right? So explain to me how the girls are so easy to get, but yet the guys don't want them. It doesn't make sense. On the woman's side, women, you kind of have it bad. It's because now you have to share a man with another woman. Because the amount of men who are scared off from women, who are going to be alone, shit, that's like 80% of guys now feel sad, left out, insecure, lonely, feel like there's no hope for them. Those guys are just slowly dying off. But the guys that are out here living a life, they have too many to choose from. They're like, holy shit. Because the girls are kind of like, well, all those guys don't want us, but this guy looks like he gets women. Let me try to get with him. That's what's happening in the real world. Real men who are chasing their dreams are being pressure tested by women if he wants her or not. You have to understand. There's the men that are out here getting everything they want out of life, they're living the best life. The guys who are afraid to pressure test life, every woman is bad. The world's bad. I'm bad. When I don't say what you like, I'm bad. You hate me. Get rid of them. Get out of here. I'm unsubscribing. I'm this, I'm that. That's the problem with society. Everybody is selfish. Everybody is narcissist. This is why you can't date. A man wants a woman to worship him. The women want a man to worship him. And there's no medium between the two because both have narcissistic ways. People need to develop an identity because the matrix has given everyone the same identity, the same belief system, the same scare tactics, the same manipulation over and over and over again. Now everybody's thinking the same. Life is just crashing. Yeah, for those who ain't outside. Thank you for watching Anthony Spade Reactions. If you want more reaction videos, make sure you click on the links below in the description and watch my other videos. But also check me out on my second channel, Life with Anthony Spade, so you can watch more daily vlogs of my personal life. Hasta la vista.